Welcome to your Around the Peninsula. I'm Senior Airman Sarah Bryce. In order to advance in martial arts, you have to take a test. Specialist Pedro Amador takes us to Hanson Gym, where a 9-year-old boy is passing the challenge.
You might see a lot of different belt colors representing the levels of skills at the Child, Youth and School Services Taekwondo class at Camp Casey. If you look closely at one kid, you will see that his belt stands out more than the others.
Because I'm the first kid that is junior black belt.
Being the first kid to reach junior black belt in Area 1 CYSS wasn't easy for Jeremy, who had to climb a lot of levels to get there.
You got yellow belt, green belt, blue belt, brown belts, and a red belt. But now this time I have a junior black belt.
His Taekwondo master knows how well Jeremy has developed himself after attaining Taekwondo lessons.
겁이 참 많았고요. 처음에
That boy was at first very shy and scared, but he gradually got courage and leadership.
리더십도 생기고
He's trying hard.
지금 열심히 하고 있어요.
Reaching the level of junior black belt has given Jeremy a new feeling of accomplishment.
Made me feel stronger.
Specialist Pedro Amador, Camp Casey, Korea.
Jeremy will receive his solid black belt at the age of 15. Not everyone loves what they do for a living, but Tech Sergeant Chris Bevins takes us to Osan Air Base to meet 2 airmen who do.
If it has an engine, uses gasoline, and has wheels, the 51st Logistics Readiness Squadron vehicle maintenance crew is most likely responsible for all of its bumper-to-bumper maintenance. And 2 of its airmen that keep the mission rolling truly appreciate the skills the Air Force has provided them.
Oh, for my job, it's like, well, since my hobby in the off time is vehicles and my job is a vehicle mechanic, it's like I just continuously get experience from my hobby, and I get to come into work every day and do what I love.
I just like anything with wheels, basically, all the way from motorcycles to automobiles. And I think I already knew that when I joined the Air Force that I wanted to do something like that. And vehicle maintenance made it a good fit because the fundamentals that I learned in vehicle maintenance kind of, complement my hobby. I think that when you're good at something, you enjoy it more. And I think that if you come to work and you have a passion about something and you see it not really as something you have to do, but something that you want to do, it just makes it that much more enjoyable.
Personally, I love it. I couldn't be happier where the Air Force has put me. I love that I get to go to work every day and love what I do. It's a passion for me.
Technical Sergeant Chris Bevins, Osan Air Base, Korea.
For one airman, the spice of life is what's really cooking in Kunsan. Tech Sergeant Timothy Villarreal has more.
It's said, never judge a book by its cover.
They're pretty much an eerie chapter.
If people were books, Wolfpack Wing Chaplain, Major Dwayne Jones, wouldn't even have a cover at all.
I can reach people on any level because I've traveled a lot of roads. And I can appreciate people regardless who they are. I can have a conversation with them.
Every chapter in his life is visible and ready for an audience to see.
I don't ride racehorses any longer, but I still can train. I love training horses, and now I'm talking about the Kentucky Derby type.
To hear.
Yeah, that was when I used to play football. They abandoned me from playing because I used to knock people out.
And even to taste.
Hey, I love to cook. I enjoy cooking. I can use recipes, I like reading recipes, but hey, I just like to feel it. When I feel it, hey, I know when it's right, it is right.
For Chaplain Jones, this passion that he has for cooking, he shares in every aspect of his life.
You don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but if you have determination and you are determined to succeed, you can do great things. But you just have to work hard for it, and that's the way that I was raised.
No matter what recipe he cooks up, this book always contains a recipe for success.
Oh my goodness, hallelujah.
Army Sergeant Timothy Villarreal, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
And they go to Peaches right there.
Prior to joining the Chaplain Corps in the Air Force, Chaplain Major Dwayne Jones was a paratrooper in the Army. Volunteering not only gives you a sense of pride and identity, but it can have an enormous impact on the health and well-being of those in your community. Specialist Marquetta Gibson explains how one volunteer gives back to her community through dance.
Sergeant Mercedes Woodbury is known as a reliable and hardworking soldier who demonstrates leadership in the workplace and in her community. When a uniform comes off, she dedicates herself to helping others enhance their physical fitness with Zumba.
Sometimes people see the soldiers, they're fit, they want to get fit too. And you even have some soldiers who would like to get fit, but PT isn't just their thing. So I find it a fun way to get fit.
The participants come from diverse backgrounds, but Sergeant Woodbury provides them with a support network within their community, teaching not only self-confidence, but also camaraderie.
We have no judging in this class. When you walk in here, we have such a good time. When we see each other on the street, we greet each other, we talk to each other, and it's really exciting to be able to meet new people and encourage the new people that come into this area to come to this class.
In the past, Sergeant Woodbury struggled with weight loss, but knowing that she is now a positive role model for physical fitness gives her a great sense of fulfillment.
I chose Zumba because I know it works, because it started working with me. It made me want to come back because it's a party, it's fun, it's exciting.
Specialist Marquetta Gibson, Camp Walker, Korea.
Real-world threats are a daily part of life in the Republic of Korea. Katusa Corporal Jung Won-ho joins the 33rd Korean Service Corps Company as they carry out a special training mission.
The 33rd KSC Company sets up a mobilization station to ensure that during a contingency, the recruiting process of 500 mobiles a day proceeds smoothly. The recruiting process involves medical checks, ID cards and equipment issue, to training in case of chemical attacks.
We're doing so many firsts here during this exercise. We're running 24-hour operations for the very first time, which has never been done before. We're feeding a hot meal here to all the mobilees who come through here.
Today is the first time that we brought up enough equipment from Busan to outfit all 500 mobilees. Even though the exercise was similar in nature, the reality of it played a psychological effect on everyone, and we really felt as if we were at war. Overall, it helped us in carrying out our mission under a dire situation.
The significance of this exercise is that this is going to keep 8th Army's momentum going at the very beginning of war, or even before war is declared. The Korean Service Corps serves as the linchpin for that first 30 to 60 days until the rest of U.S. forces show up. The Korean Service Corps is out there providing that support, that critical support that's needed to execute the plan.
Katusa Corporal Jung Won-ho, Seoul, Korea.
The Korean Service Corps, formed in 1950, is a paramilitary organization fully trained to provide support to U.S. forces in armistice and in contingency. Every summer, organizations at Camp Humphreys hire youth to work for different programs. One youth gains a new set of skills and much more. Senior Airman Emma Duff reports.
YCTV, or Youth Center Television, is a program for Camp Humphreys children. Currently manned with summer hires, YCTV gives one youth more than a set of technical skills.
I've really explored my leadership skills.
A summer hire for YCTV, Kate Caberti shares her story.
My story would start with my mother, because she's been my inspiration through and through. If it wasn't for her success, I wouldn't be here. I've seen the struggles that she's gone through, and I wanted to go beyond that. I wanted to exceed her expectations of me.
And that's just what Kate did. The Visual Information Branch Chief, Army Staff Sergeant Esther Cutler, explains why.
You just give her a little bit of guidance and she just takes off with it. There's just no stopping her, and you wouldn't want to.
Kate is the leader of her team called the Autobots.
They just broke up into teams and decided, and they just look to her for leadership because they know she knows what she's talking about.
As a team member and leader, Kate takes pride in what they do at YCTV. Senior Airman Emma Duff, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
Camp Humphreys Public Affairs Office and Visual Information Branch created YCTV in January of 2014. That was your Around the Peninsula for August 7th. To see these stories and others, go to the AFN Pacific website or view them through the AFN Pacific app. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.